this. Hi guys, and welcome to the Season 12 Zac guide. He's a very strong champion at the moment in patch 12.11 we're in right now. His overall win rate is around 52-53% in high elo like Diamond, Master Tier and above that, so very strong champion at the moment. So that's why I'm bringing you this guide today. We'll talk a bit about his runes, his items, his playstyle, when you want to pick Zac, and his pathing, and then I'll show you his basic combo. So yeah, if you like the video, feel free to drop a like. Otherwise, just enjoy and let's jump right into it. Talking about Zac's runes, you want to go Resolve, Aftershock, Font of Life, Conditioning, Revitalize. Then you want to go Precision, Triumph, and Legend Tenacity. When it comes to offense, you can go either Adaptive Force or Ability Haste. Personally, I like going Ability Haste. Then you want to go in the Flex rune. You can go either again Adaptive Force or you can go Armor or Magic Resist. Magic Resist if you are playing against heavy AD or heavy AP. Usually I go Adaptive Force, and then as the defensive you can go Health, Armor, Magic Resist, and I would recommend either going Armor, Magic Resist again depending on which threat is the biggest in the game you're playing right now. But yeah, these runes make Zac incredibly tanky. It gives him a lot of teamfight power with the increased armor and magic resist you will get when you land your E in a teamfight. It also gives you a lot of great healing power with the Revitalize rune, which stacks great with your blobs that you get every time you use an ability, right? That you can pick up on the floor and they will give you a percentage of your HP back. So overall, runes that just makes him very tanky, a great teamfight machine, and that is also how you want to play it, Zac. You want to play for teamfights and these big 3 vs 3s, 4 vs 4s kind of fights that you can get. So talking about his items, you always want to start with Blue Smite. And then the ward, you want to place the ward early and then recall and get your sweeper before your first buff spawns. That's pretty basic. You want to get when you get your first back, in the optimal world you have enough gold for a Bamicinda and the pink ward, or a control ward I should rather say. So that's kind of how you want to build early game. Your core build is obviously Frostfire Gauntlet, very strong in this patch. It's quite a lot cheaper than Sunfire Aegis. Doesn't deal as much damage, but it's just really worth because it's so cost efficient. So yeah, that's your core build, and then depending on how the game is going and what you're playing against, your build can vary a bit. If you are really just popping off and you feel way ahead of the enemy team, you can go this kind of tanky AP route where you build the Demonic Embrace and maybe even Magia's Soul Stealer if you buy an early Dark Seal and gets a lot of stack on that item. Personally, I'm not really a fan of it. I'm more like a full tank Zac kind of player myself. If I play against full AP, I like building Spirit Visage. It also scales really, or not scales, but synergizes really well with your blobs that you pick up, because Spirit Visage gives you increased healing, so you heal more whenever you pick up your blobs. Otherwise, you can also opt for something like a Force of Nature on top of your Spirit Visage if they have, let's say they have a lot of healing reduction, so Spirit Visage is not that great, so you can build Force of Nature. Gives you a lot of ability, well, not ability, but magic resist I should rather say, if they are full AD. Obviously you want to go Thornmail, then you can opt into something like a Frozen Heart. But my personal favorite is if you play against kind of split damage, then you build again your Frostfire Gauntlet first item, and then you rush a Gargoyle Stoneplate because it's just a very strong item at the moment. Great against both physical and ability damage, magic damage. So you can go a Gargoyle, second item, then you can build a Spirit Visage for that increased healing, or if you're ahead, just go Warmock's Armor. And just one last item route that you can go is that if you play against a team with only one thread, then you can again go your Frostfire Gauntlet, and then you can build a Anathema's Chain. So you get so you take reduced damage from that one champion that the enemy team have, and then you can just go full tank from there, something like Warmock's Armor. But yeah, that's pretty much the basic items that you build on Zac. Okay, so let's jump into some gameplay here and talk about the playstyle when you want to play Zac. And usually you want to pick Zac when you play against a team that doesn't have many gap closers or dashes in general. In this game you see I'm playing against a Jhin, Graves, Brand, Bel'Veth and Yorick. All champions with very low mobility. You know, Graves and Bel'Veth, they have a couple of very short distance dashes, but overall a very short range team comp. Well, not a short range team comp, but a team comp with very limited amount of dashes at least. So Zac is a great pick here. You want to, again, as you see here, you want to place your ward, then you want to recall, and then you want to go and start your wolves in this game, because I'm thinking pathing towards bot, because again, Jhin, Brand, very immobile champions, should be an easy gank around level 3, level 4. Talking about the pathing of Zac, you can start it many different ways. In this game, I'm just gonna pause it right here, because I want to gank bot lane around level 3, level 4. I opt to start Wolf solo. Again, I could start blue and get a better leash from Sion, but I opt to start Wolf just so that I can help my top laner, so he doesn't have to leash me. And that's my way of saying, well, Sion is not the win condition in this comp, so I'm just gonna sacrifice his lane, but I'm not gonna force him to help me to give me a leash early game, right? So it will slow my clear speed down a bit, but should help Sion in lane. I just ping him off my blue here. So the route I prefer when I'm pathing bot lane here, I full clear, I go Raptors, blue Grump you can take at the same time. No, I go Wolves, I'm sorry. Then I go Raptors, red buff, Grump, or not Grump, Crux, and then either I look for a gank or I take Scuttle and then look for a gank, and that's the route I'm going here. If your win condition is top lane, let's say that, you play maybe with a very weak bot lane, your win condition is a top lane hyper carry, then you can start solo Raptors, you can go red, Crux, Wolves, blue Grump at the same time, Scuttle or top gank, and that's the two routes I prefer going at least. You can also cheese just start Raptors, red, Crux and then gank bot lane. It all depends kind of, but in this game I opt for the full clear towards bot. So let's just see here. It's a pretty decent. Zac clear is decent. You see, I pull the buffs towards each other, and then you can damage both of them with your W. Smite the blue buff. Take Grump. Haven't used any of my pots so far. And clear time is decent. You know, I'm a camp behind Bel'Veth, but I started solo. Just take Raptors here, red buff. So it's around 340 full clear when you are on your own. Not the fastest, not the slowest. When you do this kind of full clear route, I usually start the opposite side of where I think the enemy jungler will start, and usually they start bot side because that's where you can get the best leash. So that's also why I opt to start top side and then path bot here. I sweep the ward here because obviously it's warded, and therefore I don't go for the gank at this particular moment. They are pushing in my bot lane. I'm on top of a ward. I also think I spot this ward. Yeah, so I spot this ward, so I know I cannot gank from there either. Instead I just opt to take Scuttle here. Unfortunately my top lane has already died, but again it is a Sion against a Yorick. Sion will never be my win condition, so I'm simply just not going to gank this guy. I could gank Vladimir, but Vladimir doesn't have a lot of damage early game, and therefore I'm pretty limited to only ganking bot lane here, where I have at least a Harvey carry in Vayne. And since I know they have a ward here, I'm now going to go for a gank from this angle here. And that's also what makes Zags very unique, that you can go for ganks from these different kind of angles. So I jump in. Doesn't need to land the E, it's great if you do because it procs your aftershock. But yeah, just you Q Jin here. And I think we take down Brand. Yeah, and we take down Brand here. Just take away the scoreboard. Let's see, Belveth is here. I don't think she will do anything. But yeah, that's just how you want to play Zag early game. If you want to play it pretty safe, and then you just want to go for ganks that you are pretty sure will work out. You know, I just saw Belveth top. I'm playing against Jin Brand. They don't have much counterplay in terms of mobility to get away from me, right? So I can just keep on ganking. Here I know I already swept this ward. Jin has to push this lane, otherwise Vayne and Janna can just start a freeze. Therefore, I can gank him. Janna flashes forward, and I think I missed my Q here actually. If I hit it, yeah. If I hit it, Jin is dead. But he gets away, unfortunately. It's a bit of a stalemate here. Then now I could recall because I have 3 camps up again. Or I can look for a gank once again, because again the wave is in a very bad state for a bad place for red team here. So there's always the opportunity for me to look for another gank. They have to push it out. None of them have flash, and that's the only reason why I'm staying down here. Otherwise, usually I'll recommend at this point, since we got the kill onto Brand, I have enough gold right now to recall and get my Sunfire Aegis. However, I decide to stay here. And I think we end up killing them once again. Let's see. Yeah, again I can gank. I know there is no vision here. And we kill Brand again. We also get Jin. I don't think we get Jin. And do I actually try to do it one more time here? Let's see. Yeah. And we also killed Jin. So that's 3 kills in the bot lane from just my first full clear. And honestly, it's a bit of an int to stay this long in bot lane. The only reason I'm doing it is because we forced both of their flashes at the first gank I did. So and they had to push in the wave, which makes it so it's okay for me to do this. But usually, yeah, you want to go for the gank bot lane level 4 if that's your win condition down there. If they don't have great mobility, and otherwise you just want to recall, get your Bomb Cinder, pink ward for river. And that's pretty much it. And let's see in this game the other interesting place there is to show. You get a Drake here. Otherwise, again, you full clear early game, you gank bot lane, you full clear again, you can look for another gank. You just want to keep ganking the enemy's weakest lane and your strongest. Again, I have 2 win conditions in this game. It's Vayne and Vladimir, but Vladimir doesn't have strong follow-up and early game damage, therefore I just hard cam bot lane. Right, so we take a Drake here. Will anything happen from it? I don't think it will. Let's see. Looking for this special gank against bot lane. Yeah, again from the same angle. What you want to do, you can Q1, flash to the other, knock them together. Let's bounce, and then you have a great CC chain as Zag. And again, you play for your carries. You don't want to take the kills. I think actually I took all 3 early game kills. Yeah, I did. That's not how you want to play Zag. You just want to give the kills over to your carries. But it's okay. At least I guess it's good to take the kills if you want to go the off AP tank kind of route that I suggested that you could earlier in this video. However, it's not something that I prefer going. Therefore, I don't like taking the kills. Here is it me again. I'm down here. We have already killed the Brand, and let's see once again. Yeah, Ian again. And just kill him, but it's just... Okay, so talking a bit about Zag's combos. Obviously, you want to max your E. It gives you greater range on your jump. Then you want to max W, Q, ultimate. at the last. The perfect combo for Zac is you E in, your Q, W, proc your Q onto another target, then ultimate. That gives you the longest duration of CC. And I think it happens right here, so I'll just show you. Let's see here, so Grace face checks, I Q in this particular. I start Q here because I don't need to E, right? So I start Q instead. I get the first kind of CC, then I pop my E, and then into my ultimate Let's Bounce, right? So that is the longest duration of CC that you can get, and I think we get 2 kills here. Yeah. So that's one combo that you can do in Zac. Yeah, again, just showing how you want to play Zac. Again, you want to look for these angles where the enemies don't see you. Charge your E, has super long range when you get it maxed in level 9. And just look for these... if you find 2 people, that's great, because it allows you to use your Q on one and then the second one, and you should kill both of them, as we do here in the mid game. But again, as many team fights as you can get into as possible, that is what makes Zac great. Here we get 3 kills, pretty free. We're still down a bit of gold because we're split pushing Yorick. Okay, so here we're also going to see the power of Zac in team fighting, and actually kind of ends this fight right here. But I'll show you. See, it's a great. Again, this is just great. I'm charging my E right here, jumping for the back line as you always want to do with Zac. Because of the amount of CC that you can provide onto their carries, right? So I jump onto the backline, hit 3 members here, no, 2, and then I just have to hit one of them with my Q, but I actually Q right between them here, so that's just so wind, otherwise I just kill them all, I think. I get CC'd, still manages to pop my ultimate Let's Bounce, which procs the aftershock, so I'm very tanky, I don't die. We only get 2 kills. I think if I land my Q we get 3 or 4. However, we get a couple of kills here. Yeah, and then just to finish the game or the guide off here, let's take a look at one last team fight. We're up a couple of thousand here, but not a lot. And once again, you want to see the combo. Always want to start E if you can. I try land on Jin here, I think I miss. Miss the E, Q, into Q, you pop the aftershock, you are very, very tanky right now. Let's bounce. And you also have a lot of damage at Zac, as you see here. I'm full tank at this point. And okay, I'm 4 levels up on this brain, right? But he has no chance. We get 4 kills. Do we kill the last guy here also? And then I'm pretty sure we just end the game here. Just to finish it off. Let's see. 4K in the lead. And win the game. Yeah, so that was my Zac guide. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to like the video. Otherwise, I'll just see you in the next one I upload. See ya.